Hi everybody. Just a quick note about my first video here. Actually, my first couple of videos that I've recorded already. For whatever reason, whenever I stop my camera and just pause it or stop it so that I can get through, something tricky, or I just, figure you don't want to watch 40 minutes of me walking down a street. It's coming back, and the next video will start, and it's in a different size for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm trying to figure that out on my phone, and so until I get that figured out, I hope you'll be patient with me, and hopefully I can work some of it out in editing and stuff. And some of the walk is a little bit pixelated, I guess, because it did a lower kind of format than what I had it set at. So please be patient with me while I work things out. Hopefully you'll enjoy. Thanks. So here I am. I'm just walking to work this morning. I should have brought my stick. Walking to work. I come to work, or I go to work to the office just once a week now since Labor Day. Before that I was doing once every other week. We have mandates here in Toronto, so we're kind of in a modified lockdown, not entirely locked down, but not entirely open either. So I go to work just once a week, do the bank deposit up, and then I take it home and work from home the rest of the week. It's Monday, October 19th, just about 25 after 7 in the morning. And I walk to work. It's about 4 kilometers. I walk to work because I don't want to get on public transit where there might be some more possibility of coming into contact with someone with COVID. So I walk, and it's not too far, and it goes through a nice little wooded area, which I'm going to show you this morning. Right now I'm just in a residential neighborhood to get to the park. So here we go. Now I can't figure out if it's possible on my phone. I have an LG K61 or something. Can't figure out how to just flip the lenses from front to back. So check that out. Isn't that awesome? This is my walk to work, and it's going to be quite soggy because it was raining all night long. So I have to be careful that I don't end up on my arse slipping in the mud and on the wet leaves, which has happened, and I've sat all day at work in muddy pants. So let me just flip this around. So there we go. It's going down this little bit of hill. It's not terrible. It's just these leaves are slippery because it has been raining. It's raining right now. I can't really feel it on me because I'm under the canopy, and there's still enough leaves on the tree that is not quite getting down to me. Hope you don't get motion sickness by watching this. So I'm hoping that this will be my first video to post on my new soon-to-be YouTube channel. Don't know what I'm going to call it yet, or just, give it my own name, which is, by the way, I'm Rebecca, and I live in Toronto. And since lockdown in March, I've been spending an awful lot of time on YouTube, and I see that there's just all kinds of people who do all kinds of stuff on YouTube, and all kinds of people like me who just sit and watch it. So I've been inspired to maybe try my own. And whether or not I get 2 subscribers or 2 million subscribers makes no matter really. I'm still gonna give it a shot. But I thought you might like to see this pretty awesome walk to work. How many people who live in a city of nearly 3.5 million people, I think Toronto is now. So how many people who live in a city that big get to walk to work on a trail, something like this? Of course I could walk on the streets, on the sidewalk. But why would I do that if I can walk through the woods? There's hardly anybody here this time in the morning. I usually see there's a couple they have a couple of dogs, but I left a little bit late this morning, so I missed them. We're all pretty much on our same schedule all the time, so I usually get to see them, but I was a little bit slow in getting out the door this morning. Mondays are like that, eh? Yeah. Haha, eh? Yeah, so anyway, like I said, my name is Rebecca. I live in Toronto. I'm an outdoors enthusiast. I like to go backpacking and camping. This year has been absolute crap for that because I don't own a car, so getting out of the city is nearly impossible if you're not allowed to hang out with people outside of your own household. I am a household of one. I'm single, I live alone, and yeah. So this weekend, my auntie and uncle have kindly offered to loan me their car so that I can go backpacking for a couple of nights to Frontenac Provincial Park. A friend of mine was supposed to go with me, but she had to cancel. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna go alone. I've been solo before, so that's not really a big deal. I'm surprised I made it down that hill and didn't slide down on my butt. That's the one that got me before. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to go for a camping trip this Thursday and Friday. It'll be exciting. It's not going to be too cold. It's okay. I'm set up for, shoulder season camping. Not so much for terribly cold temperatures like when I went in February and it went down to minus 21, minus 22 Celsius overnight. Yeah, that was a little bit cold. Had a bit of a panic in the morning when I woke up and my boots were frozen solid. So if I decide to do that again, I will have to change up my system. Normally, if this was a normal year, which 2020 certainly is not, normally on a good year, Mountain Equipment Co-op rents equipment out, which is how I got the snowshoes in February. But if I had thought about going out winter camping again this winter, normally I would rent equipment from MEC or MEC as they prefer, I think. But can't do that anymore because they have suspended all rentals for safety reasons, and rightfully so. So anyway, if I decide to go camping again, I will have to somehow get myself a really good sleeping mattress and really warm sleeping bag. I doubled up on everything in February, but still wasn't enough. At minus 21, that's just freaking cold. So it was a nice hike in though. During the day it was only about minus 15 or something, and of course with all the layers on and snowshoeing through fluffy snow. The park that we went to in February, the snow at that point was over a foot deep, and it had just had a huge snowstorm a day or two before we got there. Oh, look at all these colors. Isn't that fabulous? Just amazing. Oh. Sometimes I forget to just look around me. I'm kind of watching the ground because I don't want to trip over everything. Things are buried underneath the leaves and it's slippery. And then I forget to just look up and look around sometimes. But look at that. Isn't that just amazing? So I also have all of my work and my lunch and my flask full of tea and a bottle of water with me. So yeah, my pack is, and it's not heavy. I've carried heavier stuff. But since lockdown, I've gotten a little bit flabby. So So this is sometimes a little difficult. But got up this morning about 5:45, did some yoga with Adrienne on YouTube. She's awesome. You should check out her channel. Yeah, I've been doing yoga with Adrienne for a couple of years, off and on. I don't do it every day. I should. But, you know, things fall by the wayside. A lot during lockdown. You know, you just kind of, if you live alone, folks who live alone, we were kind of stuck. You know, we got nobody at home to talk to, nothing to do but binge Netflix and YouTube, whatever else we can find, wine, whiskey, chocolate. So yeah, you just kind of get paralyzed by fear and depression because, I mean, the early weeks of this pandemic were just so weird, so surreal. I guess we're all used to it now. And things are a little bit more open. So we know how to take our precautions. I know a few people who have had COVID and it was not at all a pleasant experience for them. Months and months later, they are still struggling with ongoing health problems. One of my friends got it and oh, see, I told ya. Oh, this is slippery. Now I'm on my bum. Okay, so look. All over my bum. Oh well. Won't be the last time, I'm sure. Anyway, so my friend who got COVID really early on, she and her whole family got it. And she is still struggling. Now she's got heart problems, and she still struggles to breathe properly. One of her grandkids is having some ongoing issues. And he's just a baby. He's just 2 years old now, I guess. Not quite 2 years old. So yeah, it's for anybody out there who thinks this is a hoax, it's not, man. Ask anybody who's had it, except President Trump. He doesn't care. Yeah. So I've been doing everything I can to stay away from it and to stay as healthy as possible. Well, I could do more to be healthy, I suppose. Morning. Morning. Nice day, isn't it?
Actually, we're very lucky how it's just saying to God, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit rainy, of course, so I just slid down that hill on my bum. Yeah. Yeah, this is very slippery.
Yeah, I mean, they've been off a lot with rain. A lot of times we'll just get lots of rain when we get in, so
yeah.
Take what we can take.
Oh yeah, we need the rain, for sure.
We do, yeah.
Super Save. I keep seeing Super Dave. Remember Super Dave Osborne? Okay, so here is the hill from hell. Check that out. Okay, so you're gonna hear some huffing and puffing because this hill is really, really difficult. This lady, she's got it right. She's gonna go zigzag back and forth, I bet. But I've seen cyclists who have huge lungs and huge legs. They can't get up this hill. And joggers, you can probably run a marathon, but can't get up this hill. Oh, it's tricky. goodness. Yep. Huffing and puffing. I'm gonna get to the top. Before lockdown, when the pandemic kind of first became evident that it was in Toronto, I was walking to work every day in March. So I was getting really easy to come up this hill. But then we locked down and I was stuck in my house. Oh, for 2 months. Just walked around my neighborhood where it's really flat. I'd go out with my aunt who lives next door. Oh goodness. But now I only do this hill once a week. I really need to get out more. Oh. Oh, that's disgraceful, Rebecca. Oh. Oh. Here's some condos, tennis courts. Morning. Oh. And the office trailer for the construction down the bottom. Oh, that hill. Good for the calves and the butt muscles. Oh. And the lungs, of course. Oh. Ugh. Muck all over my hand. That's alright, I'll wash my hands as soon as I get in the office anyway. It's gonna be all over my pants. I have my Eddie Bauer hiking pants, which if they get wet, they dry really fast. And the mud, it'll dry and wash off really easy. Like I said, I've done this before, so I'm not too worried. And this little area here has some kind of exercise things that people can do and playthings for kids, which is nice. There haven't been too many people out here that I've seen. A few, but for a while we weren't allowed to use anything that, you know, you would touch the surface of something. Now we know it's less chance of catching it from touching surfaces than it is from direct contact and from sharing air with someone who's infected. Not just the air, of course, but someone who's infected if they breathe out in the droplets from their breath. If you get that, you're more likely to catch it than just from touching a surface. Or so I heard last. I still wash everything, wash my hands, I don't know how many times a day. Wash off counters and everything. If there's other people around. Yeah. When I go grocery shopping, I sanitize my hands before I go in, sanitize my hands when I come out. Yeah. I try to just limit my exposure as much as possible, and I have the app, which apparently probably over 3 million people have downloaded now, the COVID tracing app. But people who are testing positive are not putting their information in. So it doesn't matter how many people download it, you have to actually use it. So I don't know, I still have it on just in case whenever I go out. Works by Bluetooth, so it probably drains my battery a little bit, but oh well. Okay, so now we're getting into the traffic, and I gotta go up here. Just gonna hit this button with my elbow. There goes the bus. Every time I've seen the buses going by, like, they're just full of people. There's no way to be distanced from anybody during rush hour on any buses or probably the subway. I haven't been down to the subway in a while, probably since June, I guess. I went to donate blood to the thing downtown. Okay. There's a McDonald's office here for Toronto. I don't eat at McDonald's. I have celiac disease, so there's nothing there for me to eat. So I haven't even stepped foot in a McDonald's, and I can't even tell you how long. There's people here, and I'm sure they don't want their faces on, so I'm just gonna come over here. This is all dry because of overhang from the trees. And then here, no canopy. So I'm back out into the open, no people. It's still drizzly a little bit, but I have a ponytail in my hair, so the hood doesn't stay up unless I tie it, and then I feel like I'm strangling. Some people just have to have really noisy cars. I don't know why. In Toronto, for me anyway, single, live alone, have a mortgage and maintenance on a condo, just, you know, general adulting things, and I can't afford to own a car. The insurance alone costs more than what a monthly transit pass costs on Presto, and even that I can't afford right now because since the beginning of lockdown, the price of food has gone up, my homeowner's insurance has gone up, my internet charges went up. Yeah, so all of that kind of dug into what I was paying monthly for my transit pass, but now I'm not even using transit anyway, and I will probably just keep walking as much as possible even through winter. It's not that far, so I can do it. I mean, I went snowshoeing in minus 15, minus 20, so yeah, no big deal. So almost to work now. Hopefully you're not bored by this video. Not all of my videos are going to be walking through Toronto, or even, you know, about Toronto. Like I said, I'm going backpacking this weekend, so I'll have a video about that, and I'll have a video, you know, about some of the food that I'm making to go with me. And sorry about all the noises, but I'm on a busy street in Toronto. Not much I can do. I just hope for this YouTube channel, it's not going to be one subject dominated. Like I'm not just going to be all about walking back and forth to work or going backpacking or what have you. It's just kind of life in general, what I do. If people are interested, perfect. If not, oh well, I'm sure, you know, friends and family who I can't get together with very often, they might be interested to see what I'm doing. And who knows, maybe I'll inspire some of them to do YouTube channels, and maybe we can just share it with friends and family. So, who knows, right? Never know how these things are going to go, and you just have to do it. Years ago, I, as much as possible, eliminated the word try from my vocabulary. Don't try, just do. Doesn't matter if you do it not well, you're still doing it, right? So don't try, do. Like Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. So I listen to Master Yoda, even though I'm more of a Star Trek fan than Star Wars. There, in the comments. Comment below, are you a Trekkie or a Star Wars fan? Please be nice about it. You know, sometimes the two communities don't always get along. Or, how about Stargate SG-1? One of my favorite TV shows of all time. Yeah. I miss Stargate. All of them. All 3 of the shows and the movie. Maybe I'll watch that again sometime. Okay, so I am almost at work. Not sure how long that took. Usually it takes me about 40 minutes. But I'm going a little bit slower today because holding the camera and, you know, sliding down the hill on my bum. I have rain spots on my glasses. Look at those trees over there. Isn't that fabulous? Those line of trees are just always so colorful. So pretty. Okay. So just a few more steps until I get to work. Thank you so much for joining me on my walk this morning. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up for me, comment below, and subscribe. And you'll see me again later. What does AI Cam do? Is it a different format? I really don't like these glasses because I can't see if I'm looking that way, and if I go like that, then you're just looking at my nose. Just trying to figure out all the different formats on this phone. Maybe I will look at the instruction book.